Okay. Carrier performance, 2-stage. Yeah, dim that light down a little. No heat, and I went to start it up already, and no blower after the thing starts. So now there's a call for heat. We should have, as soon as I push the power in, we should have a number 12 that's blower on after startup, which is normal, but blower's not coming on. Had a lot of issues with blower motors and control boards this year due to how many power outages we've had. So I gotta figure out if I am bad blower motor or bad control board. Oh, you guys are staring off into space. Bad blower motor or bad control board. So, do I have 120 volts of power to my we'll just we can check power right here, the filter. So here, and a neutral, which should be over here. Nope, I hit the wrong side. So you gotta go to neutral, don't go to ground. Okay, I got 122 volts. So I got power to the motor. And let's see. Here are my motor connectors. So between, I don't know, I think that's yellow and brown, I should have DC voltage. Should have DC voltage. Oops. So between brown and yellow, I should have DC voltage. And I do, I got 9.2 DC. So now, if I change my, so I know the control board's calling. So say if I come up here and change a dip switch, it should change my DC voltage. If I could keep the probes in there. It was 9.2. I can't keep the probes in there. See if I can backstab them. Oh, there it is. So if I change a dip switch, and it didn't change. That's probably why. Let's see. Blower on. Let's do this again. Blower on after startup. Okay. I am getting a DC voltage. Why isn't my voltage changing? Clicking the wrong switches. Okay, so I hit my little heat rise switch, which then that ups the DC voltage. There. So I know my control board's sending power or signal to the motor DC, so I got a bad motor, which sucks. We've had supply chain issues with motors. Hard time getting motors. So that's troubleshooting one of these two-stage carrier ECMs. Let's see. What motor is it going to take? Sick of these motors. We've had a lot of power outages, so we ran into a lot of blown up parts. Continue, and of course 51313. And let's see. Call the shop and see if I got it. I don't know if we got it at the shop yet, but I'm just gonna start getting this thing taken out, because even if I don't have it, all I gotta do is come back and slap it in, because it ain't gonna run anyways. Okay, there it is. Waiting for the shop to call me back. Well, the shop had a motor, but it was one number off. One number off means it ain't gonna work. Sometimes. But the one we had at the shop was for an infinity furnace. The one I needed was for a performance furnace, which was two-stage. And totally different connectors. Same horsepower, totally different connectors.
So we had to order that part, but now the problem is we've been having, you know, with the supply chain shortage, trying to get blower motors is ridiculous. I mean, you know, like we're doing, you know, I could slap just a rescue ECM in there, I think, but no, I don't think I could, because the rescues run off 24. That's a 12-volt DC. No, I couldn't use the rescue on that. I don't think. I'm not 100% sure on that. So, but we've been having problems getting blower motors and motor modules, infinity controls. I can't get a hold of them. I don't. It's part of the chip shortage with the infinity controls. The blower motors, I think that's they're sitting out on the West Coast and in the Pacific Ocean. I don't know, but hopefully I can get this motor. Hopefully they got one in stock somewhere. It's just been a real pain in the ass for trying to get parts. It's probably the worst I've ever seen. And I've been doing this stuff for 25 years, and I've never seen a problem where we're waiting and waiting and waiting, sometimes months for parts. So I just left the thing apart. I told the customer it's not going to run anyways, so I'm just going to leave it apart. When I go back, I just slap the motor in. It takes me 10 minutes to get it in and out of there. I'm done. So that's where we're kind of at with it right now. Just trying to show you how to troubleshoot these carrier motors. On those two-stage units, they run on DC, up to 12 volts DC. So depending on where the DC signal is, that's where the motor speed runs. So and I can change, if you noticed, I can change the dip switches on the board, and the DC volts go up or down depending on, you know, what it's programmed for. So that's it for this one, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully it's replacing this motor, and I still got a boiler video I gotta post. I just haven't had much time. So I'll see you on the next one, guys.